The lovely thing is, if you want to go through and look at each of these services individually, you can come up here to the top and click on the date, and it will take you to that particular worship service. But we don't want to do that. We want to look at all of these services together. Now, I can see what I've scheduled the last few weeks, and that's rather helpful. But I'm also not, these are really more songs I'm going to try to avoid doing because I've done them so recently, or they will be done recently. I actually haven't led this set yet, but that one's coming up. So, another great way in order to see what is coming is just like in your service tab over here. If you hover just beneath where you want something to go, and then you type something, so an S for song, I'm going to hit the S on my keyboard for song. It's going to pop up new song, and it pulls up my song selection tool over here. And that little hint is over here. Header, and this one is item, song, and media. Okay, now media is just helpful if you're putting in a video and you want your media team to have access to it. From Planning Center, you can upload stuff there. I rarely use this. I'm mostly using this to schedule songs. So anyways, all that to say, you can see, okay, for this week on June 9th, Be Thou My Vision is the week before, because it says -1 week over here. Now, if you don't see this like this, the weekly schedule thing is probably unclicked. The other ways that you can do it is by title. So if you want to do, alphabetically, you can sort it by that, or you can sort it a couple different ways, or reverse, But I really, really, really like to look at when was the last time we did this song. I want to make sure we have a really consistent scheduling process. So the only thing that you need to remember, and the reason why it's helpful to have the matrix up, is if you have multiple service types, then this is just when it has been scheduled anywhere. Okay, it isn't necessarily in this service type. Okay, and what I mean by that is this is my Sunday morning service set list. All right, the schedule over here is not just the Sunday morning set list, but also our youth. Like, what are they singing in youth, and how often are they singing those songs, right? So let's see if we can find one and see. Lion and the Lamb, right? Okay, so that it says that 5 weeks ago we sang Lion and the Lamb. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is no Lion and the Lamb. Okay, that's because our youth did Lion and the Lamb on May 5th in the evening at their evening service, and so I could still use Lion and the Lamb in a Sunday morning service, and it would work. So that's just some helpful information. If you find things in here that you feel like, wow, I haven't done that one in a while, then that's what's going on. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to click to add multiple. And what I'm looking at is I'm not even going to consider anything that has happened super, super recently because I know that I have no new songs that I did last week that I need to do this week. Okay. Sometimes I want to repeat things intentionally quickly, but in this case, I'm not quite there yet. Now, at this point, this is the point at which this very administrative task turns spiritual. Because it would be very easy to just like start clicking things and pull them in here. But I want to pause. I want to pray. I want to ask the Lord, all right, Father, what songs do you want to hear this week? What do you want to hear our church singing to you? And especially on June 9th, June 16th, June 23rd, and June 30th, how do you want to be worshiped? And really ask that question before I go much further. So I'm going to pause, and I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you how to quickly select those songs.